Hello everyone, it's time to begin the next live. So today we'll be unboxing a lot of new ones from Amazon. As you can see in front, we have few packages to unbox and more coming soon, but that will be for another stream. Before that, as always, let's continue with the tradition of recommendation of the day. So today something a little bit different. Supernatural story, but not Omegaverse. In this case we will have werewolves. The title, English title is, let me close the window first, there's some noise outside. The English title is The Werewolf Wants to Eat His Favorite Detective, and the Japanese is Okami wa Tantei o Tabetai. Tabetai, eating, wants to eat, so it kinda connects. And in this case our main character is Reito. He is a detective who investigates werewolf syndrome, as they call it. Some people get infected with this virus, then they turn into werewolves. Not constantly, but from time to time, so it's not so easy to distinguish them from regular humans. And they are eating other humans, so that's a pretty tough situation. And what motivates Reito? His past experience when it comes to his brother, if I remember correctly. They were attacked, like his family was attacked, and they were assaulted, they died. There is a nephew, a crybaby, who he reunites with after some time, which turns into fine young man, and they dynamic change. There's some, feelings behind that. So it's a interesting play on the situation and the werewolf virus. There are some volumes out, so there's some material to read. It's 18 plus, although again it's very human-like in a sense. It's not like a Beastman story or unrealistic image of human body, but yeah, that's just a detail. So hope you will like it. I will provide you one picture of how it looks like. So on the left we have Reito. He is the main character and the nephew is the main lead. And the werewolf wants to eat his favorite detective. Yeah, we had vampires, now we have werewolves, so something different. Maybe you prefer this route more. But switching to our main topic, which is Amazon unboxing. Again, let's take a look with the fat one, chunky one. So the box is in kinda okay state, so hopefully nothing inside is damaged. Yeah, and let's start the unboxing experience. For sure there's one super exciting title in one of those boxes. Oh, and actually the super exciting title is here. I thought it will be in the different box. So this is Bride of Ignat. Very hot topic, BL, at the moment. And during Friday, oh my god, they put this ugly sticker in here, which we'll have to get rid of. But it's a hardcover. It's been released for quite some time, maybe not some time, but like 2 months with a soft cover. But I really wanted to get the hardcover, and good gracious, I found out there will be a hardcover because I'm not such a crazy fan to have also the other one, which is soft cover, basically with the same visuals. but US fans are always in for a treat, and they have a variant of softcover available through some bookstore chain or something like that. I don't know exactly which one, but if you are living in US, there's a still chance to get the alternative cover and some card. Yeah, but we'll come back to this one a little bit later because we'll review all of them. And this is also the same author as Touch Within the Abyss. So the one which I highly praised yesterday, not yesterday, on Friday, when we had this blind guy with Hitman story. So again, it's very, very popular, and a lot of people really like this author and the stories. Moving on, the next one, which is also a fan favorite, which is Roses and Champagne. It's volume 3, so it's that time for another volume. I don't know where they are in volume 3, we'll find out because I read it online before it was printed, so now it's just more catching up with what's out. So I don't need to introduce too much this story because most of you probably know it. And I think this one is also quite special, but let's see if it's what I think it is. Let's see. No, it's something else. And another ugly sticker from Amazon, which I really don't like because there's a possibility it will damage the book if we take it off. But fortunately, everything is fine. So I'm not paying full price to get a crappy product. And as you can see, there are some damages in here. We'll try to clean it, and also like the upper part of the cover is a little bit damaged, but whatever. I'll try to fix it somehow. Like this kind of damages are still acceptable, but whatever. And there's a conclusion to the situation where they lost my package. I was compensated. So it was quite ugly experience for many months. I had very good experience with returns and orders from Amazon. Then one time when I returned multiple times, not so many, but few times. And then a few months ago or a few weeks ago, they lost the package, and I had to go through this crazy process of refund, and they finally gave it to me. So this is the 4th volume of Cherry Blossom After Winter, and in here we have 18 plus content. So at the beginning it was very sweet, delicate, innocent. Now we have more action in here, and there's more online, another season, which I would say is very bad. So I don't recommend to read the most up-to-date season. Many people say that they should just stop at the last one before this one. And I also believe that this path they are choosing, it's not good. But whatever. Then moving to the next one, which is this one. Again, we'll dive deeper when we unbox all of them. No worries. I will give you a taste of what's inside and talk a little bit about them. And then the next one is The Troublesome Guest of Sotomura Detective Agency. That's interesting. It's by Tokyo Pop. I would, swear that this is by Aloha Comics, by this printing company. Let's get it out. By this one, I was quite sure that Aloha Comics was the one printing it, but sometimes those although this is not the same author, sometimes they share franchises or authors are being shared, because like this one It's the one I also talked on Friday, and there's a Tokyo Pop and Kodansha, different mangas, but the same author. And that's sometimes a pity because I like to keep them close to each other. And I had this one on my list for quite some time, and I don't know if I would purchase it at this point because I thought it's a hardcover. It was very expensive for quite some time, and now there was quite a substantial discount, so that's why I decided to get it. But yeah, it is what it is. More BL, we cannot complain. So I'm afraid this one will be waiting on my shelf for quite some time until I read it, because the story wise, it's not so, I'm not into it, this kind of titles, but they look nice. And I thought like this is from this Aloha Comics, so I thought, okay, maybe let's support. But anyway, moving on to another one, which is, this one is most likely the one I thought. So another very, very exciting, I cannot say title, but yes, it is. So hold your excitement. And we already know this will be returned. Like, look at this. Look what happened in here. Look what happened here. Look what happened in here. Like, it's broken. And we have it on camera. So it's Sasaki and Miyano art book, art collection, and I paid quite a lot for it. And it's an interesting story behind this delivery, because it was not delivered to me first time, it was returned, and Amazon gave me even a discount, and they offered that they will send me another one. So I said like, yeah, please do so, like whatever. And now this is what they send it to me. Like, please, what the hell is that? So the biggest damage is on the outside, but still, yeah, we'll be returning it and we'll be asking for a replacement, because this is unacceptable. Yes, Yaoi, they should be ashamed. You know, there's not so much appreciation to, I think, books as other items, but they are also easier to damage. So it's a double-edged sword at this point, but again, I'm not paying full price. It was the most expensive item from all of those to get something in this condition, because some people read it, bend the covers, bend pages, but not me. Like, I am trying to preserve it in the best shape possible. So it's a lovely thing inside. We can take a look. So let me remove this paper cover to avoid damaging it even further. And on top of that, as I mentioned, like, they put a sticker in here, and it's very flimsy, very delicate. So maybe I could use a hairdryer, but I won't, because again, it's damaged and I don't want it. I want a new one. Yeah, so let's take a look inside. I didn't see anyone on YouTube or TikTok showcasing this art book. I learned about it from one person on during our lives, because I also got this official anthology, this one, and I thought this one is some kind of art book, but it wasn't. It was like more stories. So you can see like inspiration, what was behind audiobook in here, some cover details, also Japanese ones. I really like the colors. I know there are many fans of Sasaki and Miyano, and also there is like this competition, which cover is your favorite. Maybe you have a favorite one. Of mine is, I think, volume 7, this purple one. I really like the one. Yeah, and please like, subscribe, comment if you can. It helps a lot. YouTube recently hate us. It's discriminating against us. It's like cutting our reach so hard. But I guess we have to stay consistent and persevere until better times come in, because it is like that with YouTube, that there's some highs and there's lows, and at the moment we are in lows, because whenever I post something or some reel, the reach is very small. So let's hope we'll get in a good grace of YouTube at some point. Yeah, so panels from manga, some sketches. Let's see if we can get something a little more exciting. Oh, this is some close-up situation, and we have in here some, culling, some sketches. It's killing my hands because I have to keep it far away, so it's in full shot. So we are reaching the end. Let's see what's in here. Q&A, so there are some questions to the author. So if you really like to dig deeper behind the story, this is something for you to get. But again, there were only few units available on Amazon. So as I mentioned, this will be returned because of the damage, as you can see, which is a shame. And I shared before with you that I have some art books or some, guides when it comes to other mangas and animes like Jujutsu Kaisen. This one is also not in perfect shape, but by no means, let's see this like from rubbing each other. So by no means I'm not looking for a reason to return it. It's not acceptable. Yeah, so that's what came in today, and let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's start with the star of the show, which is the Bride of Ignat. And surprisingly, it's very light. I was very surprised when I hold it. It's not so heavy. There's not a lot of weight behind it. So let's start with the description. I read this one. I'm up to date with it. Ignat is a half dragon, half human. There's a bigger story behind that, why he's like that, where he came from. So I won't be spoiling you. The setup is that the guy in here, I don't remember the name, we'll learn behind, Rita. Rita is offered as a sacrificial bride for Ignat, who lives on the mountain. Villagers believe that they have to offer a bride every 100 years or something like that, to be protected, to avoid wrath of the dragon, because there were some conflicts and misunderstandings many years ago. So this is what the story is about. And as you can, I say that a lot because I check my previous streams. As you can imagine, he finds him and they start somehow communicating, and relationship sparks from that. So let's go with the description. All I need from you is to stay alive. In a remote mountain village, the legend of the snow mountain dragon is sacred. And so is the ritual that names Rita the dragon's bride. Chosen by tradition and bound by duty, Rita ascends the mountain to confront his fate, only to find himself stranded in a blizzard. Also, the fact which they avoid is that he was estranged. Rita was estranged in the village, so they kind of chose him as Nobody will miss you, nobody will cry after you, although he has a friend in the village who is, I think, a son of the chief. So again, very common theme. But he was, not adopted, but he wasn't from the village at the beginning, and his color of his hair is very distinctive for this region, so he stands out a lot. Again, building this picture of someone different from everyone else in the village. So Rita is rescued from the snow by Ignat, a breathtaking dragon in a human form. Yet the dragon of legend declares he no longer needs a bride. We'll see how Ignat looks like. I think he's not fully human at this point, so there are some... He cannot present as fully human. There's some crossover, and then he can transform fully into dragon. So he cannot go back to full human form. There is a tail behind, maybe a claws. We'll see in a second. Determined not to be cast aside, Rita searches for meaning in his sacrifice. With Ignat's help, he begins to piece together the dragon's long-lost history and discovers something far more dangerous than rejection, the ancient power that turns humans into dragons. So that's what you have. It's 16 plus, so there are some attempts of smut between them at some point, but as you can see, I'm trying not to bend this too hard, as I said, because I read it, so I won't be opening it much later on. So I want to preserve the shape. So this is the dragon. This is Ignat, as you can see in his full form, and this is the deer, who is a pet, an animal of Rita. So they are quite close to each other. And as you can see, this is Ignat in his human form. So there is a tail behind, and there are some scales or traits of the dragon visible from on his skin. So I won't talk more about this because again it will be spoiling you, and the story is really, really nice. I'm not saying good. Why I'm not saying good? It's really nice. It's really nice. I don't know why, but this is what I enjoy. So this is how they dressed him up. Of course, he's a guy, so a guy bride. So what's going on in here? But they, make him look pretty and hope the dragon won't notice, I think. So this is the friend, the childhood friend. So as you can see, there's some feelings between them, or especially from Rita point of view. Maybe someone read it already, or do you know this one? I wouldn't be surprised if anyone is aware about this one. It was heavily promoted by Tokyo Pop. So this is the physique of the dragon. He is, pretty much half naked most of the time. I guess he's so hot that it's too hot for him, even in the mountains. Yeah, so that's it. That's how far we'll go in. Very, very, very strong recommendation. Try, read it. It's really good. The same author as Touch Within the Abyss. Both of them were very good. This was the first one I started with. This is also 16 plus, so there is some smut, but it's not strong. If you are looking for stronger themes, then we have also two titles on in front of us. Let me grab a scalpel so I can open Roses and Champagnes, because it's wrapped. And that's a very strong indicator that there is a lot of smut in there if it's wrapped in a foil. So it's a volume 3, and many people asked about this one during previous streams. We have many fans of this one. It's a lot of content. Okay, it's quite dull, the blade, so let's do it by hand so we don't damage the book. Korean manhwa, Russian mafia, half Korean lawyer. Blood is thicker than water. There's nothing like trauma to bring two people together. That's exactly what happened to Lee Won and Caesar. After surviving both a sniper attack and being trapped in a cabin in the middle of harsh Russian winter, both as oh my god. But as the two bond and develop a more physical relationship, Lee Won's past catches up to him. Secrets are unearthed, and it may result in Lee Won leading a rival mafia gang into going head-to-head against Caesar. Mature, not so realistic physique in this one. As you can imagine, they have elephant trunks between their legs, the top, not the bottom. And very manly, masculine physique. This is what Korean mangakas like to do. And we can already go into some spicy scenes. So we have our Caesar, we have some kind of memories of what happened before, then bulging up his trunk and pants. Yeah, but let's go maybe see what's in here. I think this is the first cover. Let's check it out because we have all of them. No, yeah, it was the first cover. So let's put it in the back as a background. Oh. Don't be naughty and stand up, thick and firm. I dropped this one at some point, but I think it was already past the main storyline, so there are side stories for this one. So those are the two previous covers, and this is the most current one. This is how it looks like inside. And I need to, look outside of camera view because there are steamy scenes. And some of them we can show. So this is the cabin. They were, attacked by the sniper. Caesar was hurt at some point, and some smut is already happening. Okay, I'm checking how far I can go without. Oh my god! And also, like, oh my god. You don't have lightsabers in here. They are being drawn in a lot of details. So if this is something you want to see, that's for you. That's it for you. And I said, oh my god, because I saw the size of it, and that's crazy. It's just they're crazy. Like those ladies who draw it are crazy. Like, I don't know what they have in mind while drawing things like that. It's I think the tag should be science fiction at this point because it's beyond physics to make it work at this with this kind of setup. So this is the Caesar Lucky, the right hand, who comes to the rescue. And okay, I won't spoil because it's volume 3, so at this point I'll be spoiling what's going on in volume 2, volume 1, and maybe some of you wants to read it. So the only thing I can tell you, the right hand man is jealous of the new cutie in the picture. Maybe not so new because it's been 11 volumes, not 11, 3 volumes at this point. So yeah, so this is a sneak peek inside. Yeah, so that's it for roses and champagnes. I'll have to make some space in this Seven Seas Entertainment shelf because we are running out of space in here, so something will have to be moved to different shelves, something I like less than what I already have. Then we move to Cherry Blossoms After Winter. Let's stay here. So this is volume 4. What's in the description? It's quite thick and it's much heavier than this one. When their secret gets out, can their relationship survive its biggest test yet? Rattled after narrowly escaping an upperclassmate Twisted Fred's, Haabom resolves to keep his head down and focus on his schoolwork. He is determined to secure his future and protect his relationship with his boyfriend. Taesung, but Taesung can't help but feel insecure when Haabom spends all his time studying with his other classmates. Just when the couple finally gets a chance to enjoy a date, their secrets is discovered by the last person in the world they want to find out. Saigun's mother, Miss Ha, will she give the boys her blessing, or will this be the end of everything Haabom and Taesung have fought for? Volume 4 includes episodes 47 to 65 of the webcomic Cherry Blossom After Winter. And who is Inclor is the one who prints this. And it's dirty in here. Let's see if I can get it out. Let me see if the beginning is safe. It is. So in this story, there's a big emphasis on fluffy, cheerful projection of how they look like, the setup. So as you can see, those sparkly stars, a lot of blushing, some chibi themes. So overall, it's very sweet. Let's maybe check a little bit further if we have anything we can show you when it comes to some smut. So you have a sample how it looks like, the dynamic, if you like it or don't like it. So he's a little bit drunk in this scene, so he's more courageous, I would say. But the top in this manga, it's a huge red flag. So there's no abuse or shady business in here. He's extremely respectful, and love is everything for those two. And I can tell you this breaks a little bit with this newest releases. So I wouldn't recommend to going after those main storylines. So Cherry Blossom After Winter, go till the end and don't break your good mood after reading it with the crap which is being released currently. And then we have the last one, which is Troublesome Guest of Sotomura Detective Agency. Let's see the description. So Matsuda Kei is a private investigator who specializes in quirky cases centered on his local neighborhood around the shopping arcade. He's recently taken on a new roommate and lover named Kamiko, who is unemployed, ruthlessly horny, and was actually a classmate from his past. While the two work together to solve cases, they carry on with what starts as a strictly physical relationship until Matsuda finds that his temporary situation he has entered with Kamiko might be turning into something more. So like with the foodies, when mangas are centered around food theme, this one will be about maybe not criminal cases, because I don't know if there are criminal cases inside. It's 18 plus, but the detective work in this situation. So I can guess they will put a lot of emphasis on leaving some clues around the story. I also want this collection, Gamir Baga. Yeah, someday hard work pays off. Slowly you can build something like that. It's within your... If I did it, everyone can do it. So this is the sample of what you can expect inside. When it comes to the story, maybe let's check out some smut, a little bit of smut, because we cannot again show too much. Okay, no. There's not much foreplay. They go hard immediately, and this is not something we can share. So those are the two guys from the story. Yeah, and that's it. So the type of art is like, you know, a little bit blurry. I don't want to say clumsy, because it's a specific style, but you can already see this based on the main cover. So it's like a sketch. It gives this impression. For sure there's a naming for that, but I have no idea how to call it. But it's the theme throughout the story. I think it's a one shot. I don't recall there's anything else related to that. Yeah, and who is the author? Kusama Sakae. And this day off, it's actually, I'm waiting for Day Off Volume 1 and Volume 2. They are also hardcovers. Volume 2 and Volume 3. So I hope it will arrive at some point, but out of the blue, the release date on Amazon changed like 3 months in the future, so we will see. Yeah, and maybe, you know, maybe some printing company would send something to me at some point to, you know, sample what's available, but for now they don't love me enough. They don't love me enough, they don't love us enough. So this is what we had today. That's basically it for the unboxing part. So I can still answer some questions or show something. Okay, it doesn't want to stand up. If you want to dive deeper in any of those, we can spare some time to do it. Yeah, but if you don't have any questions, don't have any topics to talk about, then that will be it for today. My voice is killing me after the Friday stream. Sorry. But yeah, I talked for more than an hour and a half. So next stream will be about Seven Seas Entertainment. Probably next Friday we'll take a look at my Seven Seas titles, which is mostly on this shelf. I can give you a small sample of what's in here. So let me take those away. And let me clean up a little bit. So going to the left side. So we have Aeneid in there, in here, volume 6. Then we have Killing Stalking. Then we have Love is an Illusion. After that we have Love is an Illusion Queen, the Queen. I didn't like it too much, so I have only one volume for now. Maybe I'll buy the second one, we'll see. Then we have My Bias is Showing, 2 volumes. Quite recently I talked about the volume 2 on previous stream. Then we have one of the fan favorites, which is The Dangerous Convenience Store. And I think in June there will be a volume 7 coming out, which will cover some art style and also some additional side stories. So very exciting. So the main story finishes after volume 6. So there will be some extras in volume 7. Then we have No Love Zone. I think it's also finished after volume 5, because we have this side story when they are beastmen, so the tiger and the rabbit. And moving on, we have Perfect Body, 5 volumes. Then we have Low Tide in Twilight. I really like this one. It's an Omega verse. It's in here. Also very beloved by multiple people. And volume 2 is already on the way to my house. So soon we'll have volume 2. Then we have Pater of the Night. A lot of buzz around this one because they started to film the live action adaptation. And I'm really curious why they chose this one to adapt. Because it's very toxic, it's very abusive one. Smut was something exciting at the beginning, and especially at that point of time when they were releasing this one, there were not many manhwas, this type of manhwas on the market. At least I wasn't aware about too many, and I guess that was the only option to read when you wanted to something like that. So it has its appeal. There is a redemption arc, but like with the Jinx, I'm not so crazy about this. There are more volumes available, like at least volume 2 is available, but again, those 7 Seas Entertainments one, the big one, thick one, which quality is very nice and I appreciate that, they are more expensive. So as you can see, with the amount I buy, especially in these days when there are multiple titles, I have to pace myself and I have to limit some titles which I, although it's a bullshit at this point, because I ordered also some titles which I don't read or maybe won't read at all, like this troublesome detective story. So yeah, but for now I parked Painter of the Night and I'm not, buying it. But there's a very funny one, and I don't mind, the size in the Titan's Bride, the size of what, because it's a fantasy story. So in here, it's not about realistic humans. Like there are titans, there are beastmen, there are dwarfs, as they call us, the humans from our universe. So I don't mind it as much, although it's funny, and they came up with a plot point to make it work, so he can fit in there by using magic to stretch your body with some magic situation. So yeah, so there is some kind of way around, and not like with the Caesar, where he has like a bazooka and you just get in and that's fine and everyone is happy. Maybe I put too much pressure on this aspect of the story, but it's so funny to me and so bizarre. And that's why I talk about this so much. Yeah, so that's what will be coming in next shelf review live stream. Probably we'll split it into 2 or 3 live streams, because as we saw with Tokyo Pop, which is a little bit higher, it was very tough to get through all of them in one go. Because like again, we try to give a small introduction. If I read it, to give you a small overview from my point of view, if I liked it, what was the highlight, if I would recommend it, or some comparison between similar titles, which one was better, in my opinion. So that would be what we can expect. Do you know codename Anastasia? It's not in print, I think. I heard about this. I think it's also a popular one. It's about spies and Russian themes. I did not read it. I'm not so much into mafia and spy situation, but I think I saw it on multiple TikToks as a recommendations. Now Yaoi Addict, welcome. So let me give you last glimpse before we maybe there will be more questions, but I will give you one more glimpse at my collection from a bigger angle, so you can have a look how it looks like. So at the bottom we have some boxes with mangas, set boxes. Then one level higher we have Square Enix titles, we have Kodansha titles, we have even Heartstopper on the right side. Then we have Holy Grails, we have also June, Twittering Bird Never Fly, On Off, then Seven Seas Entertainment, as we spoke about it, then Tokyo Pop, then Yen Press with some Kuma titles on the right, and then we have the top shelves, which are booked for Sublime. As you can see, there's a lot, and the top shelf, you cannot see that, they are stacked on each other, so there are 2 rows. Nice collection there, very neat indeed. Thank you, Baju, welcome back again. I think you saw it already, because I saw it during some live streams, but people come and go. So yeah, so as you can see, there's a big empty spot, because what I did, I started to move things. Okay, can I show things on the right side? I can show things on the right side, because I started to move them a little more in here. So you can see I started to populate these shelves, because I'm running out of space on some titles. What I mean, like printing companies, because I like to keep them together. So in here I had also like non-BL mangas, as you can see. Hi there, Hunping waving. How are you doing? I'm doing good, although my back is killing me, because I was standing for an hour and a half during Friday live. Then I slept very little from Friday to Saturday. And now today I'm also standing for quite some time. So, you know, it's a specific position, so my back is killing me. But how are you? And we have also like Seven Seas Entertainment in here. There's some Tokyo Pop titles in here, and the problem for me is that sometimes they use different size for the same printing company, and that again breaks the theme for the shelf. Or some shelves are a little bit higher to give more space because the book is bigger. but whatever. So, oh my, you need to lay back for sure after this. Yeah, we'll see. I will probably go to eat something and then start preparing for work tomorrow because there's a lot of things to do. Yeah, and we need money, money, money. So we need to do a good job so we have steady supply of money, 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 and our collection can grow. And we can all enjoy it. I can enjoy it. You can enjoy it with me to some extent, as much as I can share. I share. Yeah, and please remember, there's still this video called giveaway. So please check it like live stream, or I even uploaded this again, and we have some titles to give away, and to my surprise nobody is commenting, although people are watching because I see statistics. So if you want to understandable, if you want to win something for free from the titles which I showed, not today, let me grab those titles because they are on the upper shelf. I need my small ladder, so let me show you what you can win from one of the giveaways. So be patient. Oh my god, my back. My back, my back, my back. So this giveaway is taking longer than it should because there are not many people participating, and I want some options for people to choose from. And you would expect that people would be very yes, it is. I talked about this in like a few seconds ago, that there will be volume 7 coming soon, and I cannot wait for it. It's very exciting. I think it's in June. So yeah, so for the giveaway we have Twittering Bird Never Fly, volume 5. So if you would like to, the thing is, you just need to comment with the title you would like to get. So that's the second title is Therapy Game Restart Volume 2. And why, for example, it's not Volume 1? Because I have spares. Like sometimes Amazon, I ordered 2 of them, or sometimes Amazon wanted to replace something but told me to keep it for no reason. So I kept them. Candy Color Paradox Volume 3. Then we have Finder to the Edge. Look at those apps. Look at those apps. It's which volume? It's volume 11. Then we have Stigmata, which is volume 1. So it's the first one, Love Bites. There are 2 volumes. I did not read them, but I have both of them. Then we have Platinum Blood, also one shot. So if you don't have any other ones, and it's a really good one, I recommended it before. Then we have Non-BL, which is Maggie. Maggie. Well, I saw abs during work days a lot, so thank you very much. Like, everyone is crazy about abs now. Volume 35. And the last one, which is also again volume 1, which is really good one, which is Omega Mega Era volume 1. I recommended this multiple times on my stream. I really like this one. So this is also something you can win. The only thing you need to do is write in the comment section which one you would like to win under the giveaway live stream. So you have to find it in my previous live streams, because I'll be using a special tool which will pull someone, the lucky winner, randomly. So it won't be me choosing, it will be the algorithm choosing someone. Yeah, and show some love to our recent reel YouTube short. Give it some like, give it some comment, because again, YouTube is keeping us down at the moment. We need to somehow energize the algorithm to let us be more out there. Okay, any other question? Do you want to see something else? Maybe something non-BL related? We also have some titles not related to BL, because we have run out of topics regarding the unboxing. Yeah, I will give it a minute and then we will finish. Let me put this here and let me give you this in front of you. So you have... Can I see the painter of the night, please? Thank you. Yes, of course. Let's go in there and see. We will have to be very careful going through it because there's a lot of smut in there. Let's move a little bit back. The interesting part is it's the texture. There's a texture. It's protruding from the cover, so it's not very entirely flat. So that's the front. Let me go a little bit farther back. So that's the front. That's the back. A dark romance about a painter who refuses to paint and a nobleman who will do anything to make him. The boys' love manhwa sensation finally makes its way to English print. Let me see what we have. Okay, so beginning is safe when it comes to what's inside. So he draws Kama Sutra, as you can see. Okay, that's the picture. So this is our painter. Painter of the night. It's very heavy, actually. So that's the nobleman, the spoiled rich boy. He's a little bit of a psycho. And as I mentioned, there will be a live action movie adaptation. So he was inspired by this Kama Sutra paintings he was drawing, and that's how they get connected to each other. As you can see, there's some, bloody situations. He attacks the guy who brought him here. So, as I said, psycho. And at that time, there was not much else than this. So, that's why we had nothing else to... Yeah, and I would say that's it when it comes to this one. So he asked the painter to draw him while he's having sex with other guys. So this is what he's supposed to do. Then he noticed that the painter is aroused, and from there you can guess what will be happening next. So that's it, what I can show from the painter. And they go in circles and circles and circles around this theme. So it's not a very plot-driven story. Yeah, any other questions? Do you want to see anything else? Do you have Jinx? No, I don't have Jinx because Jinx is not released in English yet, at least in print. Probably I will buy it if they release it. Amsara, but I dropped it. I dropped it at the. I guess you are up to date with the manga. I dropped it at the point where Dr. Dan, left to this island, and now the other guy is chasing after him, because I had enough. I really don't like if someone doesn't respect themselves, and I can understand for the plot device they use it, but it's pushed to the limits in this kind of mangas. And you know, and even after again and again and again and again they are not putting some boundaries, then that's enough for me. Now, do you have Yaoi Chibi Club? I have. I quite recently got their most recent chapter for that. But I'm Sarah, going back to what you said. So I don't enjoy abuse, and there's a lot of abuse. It's a toxic relationship, and you know, at the beginning, there's a little of that or some to spice things up, fine, I can swallow the pill. But in the long run, if we are 90 chapters in and it's still going, then no. But Yaoi Addict, I'll make it for you. I'll give you a glimpse. I think it's somewhere in here. The Yaoi Big Club. I don't see it because I just put the camera up, but I think it's somewhere in here. So I have all the volumes, and there was some exciting. It's a harem type of story. Yeah, so I'm not up to date with it, but I'm collecting. I have even the Yaoi Beach Club. Yeah, it's there. It's there. I also even have like the special booklet, because like volume 5 or volume 6, no, volume 5 or volume 4 had there was this deluxe edition or special edition with yes, and people were, you know, excited about this pairing with this other guy, the main character with one of the guys from the harem, how I like to call it. So it also popped up in my TikToks and YouTube shorts. And actually, this pairing would be fine, because let's say it's more quote unquote normal, if you can call them normal at all. Man, I wish I have them all in my room. Someday, as I said, like it took me some time to collect all of them, and also like, sometimes I wonder, do I burn money with buying all of them? Like, what's the point? Is it a reasonable thing to do? No, it's not reasonable to do, but it makes me happy. Like, I really enjoy looking at them. It also brought me this community. So it's not only, you know, because like I created this YouTube channel as a form of therapy for myself, to occupy myself, to distract myself from quite traumatic event a few years ago. So it was some way for me to connect, to talk with people. I respond to all of the comments, as you probably see. So yeah. Hi, I love BL books. We all love BL books here, Willow. Welcome. Maybe you have any favorite one. Maybe I have it. So if you shoot the title, but try to provide something in print, because I don't have online titles in here. Yeah. there's more and more BL titles coming out and in print. So that's really lovely. This week I will have some additional titles coming in. I don't know how many, but we'll see. So this is what we unboxed today. This, and this. Bride of Ignat. I'm really happy about this one. Yeah, and this is what we checked. There's not much space for this one. So let's somehow squeeze it here. Okay. Hi, can I see Midnight Rain? Please, thank you, Willow. I have Midnight Rain, and it's... let me move the camera because it's a little bit higher. Midnight Rain. Midnight Rain. Yes, there it is. I featured it quite recently in YouTube post. And I read it quite recently because I wanted to read it for quite some time. It was on my shelf, but I did not read it. And it's a little bit daddies because they are older gentlemen. They are not very young. So it's not feminine bottom, but very masculine, rough around the edges bottom. So this is, I wish there was a volume 2, there could be, but at this point there won't be. It's a one shot. It's an 18 plus. The smut is very nice. The storyline is silly, but it's funny. This scene, my majestic mother, the silly thing with this one, this reminds me of Johnny Bravo and Samurai Jack advertisement from Cartoon Network when they do laundry. And there's a naughty animation with those two in laundromat, or however it's called, when you can do laundry. So this is how they meet and talk to each other. So it's very silly, it's very funny, but very nice. I have a very positive impression of it. So when it comes to their physique, so I can give you a little of spice in here, although nothing is happening. It's just them talking. And some small spiciness. Okay, this is what I can also show you. Yeah, I love this story too. Sweet. This is the CTK. I have also other one from CTK. Just let me scoop you to the side. I think no, this is not the same one. This is not CTK. This is Ko Yoneda. This is Twittering Birds Never Fly. This is the same author, and she has many titles. So it was quite tricky to get those titles. They were hard to get. I really enjoyed the style and how the characters look like when it comes to this author. And there were not many mangas in print by her, so it was very difficult to get anything. Yeah, but that's it for this one. Yeah, so please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I guess yeah, I will give you one more chance. If you have any question or want to see something, then we can go with that. If not, then we'll be finishing. Because, yeah. Let's leave something for the next time. And I need to return this. Oh, we also got this today. But as I mentioned, it was damaged very badly. Like, what the hell is this? Like, what the hell is this? Shame, Amazon, shame on you. Okay, Baju, Willow, Baju, you often visit us, so very appreciated. I'm better and better with the names, with remembering people. Willow, hopefully, maybe you will be also visiting us more. We'll see. But that's it. So thank you all for your time. Yeah, most likely see you next Friday with Seven Seas Entertainment related live stream reviewing the shelf. Let's see how quickly I will build another stack of Amazon parcels to do an unboxing video. And in the meantime, I recorded some videos for pushing into the shelf. So show some love to those. It really helps, and a like and a comment boosts the algorithm. And yeah, let's grow together. So have a nice day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Hope you'll have a great week. Yeah, and work, work, work. So see you next time. Bye bye.